Hi everyone, this is Dee with the Paper Drawer. This video I'm going to show you my new storage idea system. It works for me, and I know everyone says in their videos that it works for me. It may not work for you. You may not like it. You might get ideas from it. So that's kind of what I'm hoping. So let me go through a couple things. This might be a little bit longer video because I do want to show you some things, and maybe it could help you, or maybe you'll pick up a tip here and there. So I'm just going to kind of dive in. And some of you may know me that sometimes I have no rhyme or reason for things. So I just kind of wing it and go with it. Excuse me. I went all acrylic clear storage. So I have an 8-foot counter that I work off of. I've got a paper cutter on there. I've got a little miniature chest that I store things in. But I've got 8 acrylic boxes on my countertop, and it's near me. So I can see what I have, I can use it, and it is probably almost everything I have. I do have some excess, and I'm not going to fool you. I have it in a cabinet, so when the drawer gets depleted, I just refill it. Again, I don't have much because everything's out, but it forces me to use it. So I'm not looking for anything. I'm just using what I see and using what I have out. So I don't go rummaging for anything. So this forces me to use it. So again, some people want everything to match, and that's great. I'm really not too much that type of a journalist, journal maker. So I can grab anything that I think works, that looks good, and I use it. I go with it. So let me see. I should have had one ready, but let me go ahead and try and pull one of these. This is an empty one. And then let me tell you what I do to anchor the boxes down on the counter. You know those sticky things that when you get in the mail, could be a little card or trinket attached to it. Well, this is the acrylic box. I got them off Amazon. And this is the sticky. It's a little dot. It's super sticky, but it comes off clean. So I know you've seen it. I moved this box around. That's why it's all kind of gummed up. But anyway, this box is from Amazon. They have, I think it comes in a set of 4. And there's, I think, 1 or 2 that has like a double drawer. It's 1 drawer, but it's 2 of these put together. So anyway, this is what I'm using on my workbench. Okay. Then I have a bookcase, and I have a whole nother, I think it's 2 shelves of those drawers. I need to label everything, but I pretty much can see through it. And what I had started with is I started going to the Dollar Tree, and they didn't have these, and then they got them in. But I bought a bunch of these at the Dollar Tree. Okay, $1.25. And basically, I think they come in a set of 2, I think. But anyway, they stack, and they're just acrylic drawers so I can see everything. So I have 1 whole shelf of these because I started with these, and I thought this was the way I was going to go. But I needed something more. So I went ahead and did 1 whole shelf of these, okay? And then I did 1 whole shelf and my 8-foot counter that I work off of the Amazon ones. So these work out for me. And again, I do have extras. So I've stored those in a cabinet in a 4x6 plastic box. And then when I deplete that drawer or gets low, then I just refill it. And I'll show you what I do with some other things. So what I've done here is, to pass the time, I've made ephemera. And I noticed in some of my cabinets, I had ephemera here and there. I'd have an idea, I'd stop, I'd make it, and then that's it. So I went through all of my cabinets and all of my boxes, and I decided to organize them. So these plastic bins, they're different. This one's taller. I got them from Amazon. Okay. And this one, for example, has, excuse me, tags. So all my tags go in here. Okay. And if you ever want me to kind of dig through these boxes to give you ideas, I can do that. But I'm just showing you storage today. So these are all the tags that I've made. And then all I do is I have them on my counter. I got rid of some storage drawers, and I like these better because I can see them. All I do is go down the line and I pull something out. I can take a minute to embellish it, but normally I'm hoping I can just pull and use. Okay. So that's my idea on this, is all the tags are in one place and I can just pull them, use them, and go. Some of them are real simple, and that's okay because I don't need it real fussy, and I really like to, excuse me, I really like to just not stop. I'd like to just, you know, grab it and go. So that's some of these tags. I'm sorry, I wasn't in frame. That's some of these tags that I've done. And again, I've had some time on my hand, and life got in the way, and I tried to keep busy. So this is what I've done. Okay, so that's this one. This is just one of ephemera cards. So this is just the smaller ones are up front. There's some that I have to complete, like put string on this. But again, it's pretty simple. Okay, so that's journaling cards, just something I can grab real quick, put in a journal and go. Okay, so that's what these are. So I've, like I said, I've pre-made them and they're ready to go. Okay, that's just a big pocket with journaling cards in it and so forth. So that's what this all is. And a lot of times when they were in the boxes, I forgot to use them. Again, I forgot I had them. So this helps me remember to use them. So these are all journaling cards. And this really is all that I have. They were just scattered around. This one is Paperclips and little booklets and little journal cards that I can just stick in a small pocket or whatever. I made these little booklets recently. They're just one page stapled. Okay, so I've made a bunch of these, again, just to pass the time. I made these a long time ago, just sewing them and attaching them. Let's see. That's about it. These are small, okay? And then these are, I'm sorry, these are not paper clips. These are just little ephemera to stuff them in. And these are hidden paper clips. So I've made these. Okay. So I've got a bunch of them. Again, I can just grab it and go, stick it in a journal, and I'm done. And then I did a Tim Holtz playing card, which is really the photo. And this is a hidden paper clip. Okay. So I've done that. I've had a bunch of these Autobahn cards I got at the antique store. So I made a hidden paper clip out of that. And what I'm going to do is I'll raise the paper clip. So I'll go ahead and put a charm or something on it at the top. So that's this. I have a little divider here that tells me small ephemera, just things to stick in. And then these are all paper clips. Okay. So then what I needed was, again, all this is to just remind me that I have it and to use it, because I tend to hoard things. So I saw these over a lot of people in Europe using these. Let me see if I can raise this a little. And I really liked it. And I never really looked into it. So I started looking around Amazon, and these are actually stamp collector's books. And right now it works for me. Well, this one's a little stuffed, but this is what it is. And you pay for this paper, the separator. You don't really need it. But these are all stickers. Okay, and I'm okay with not being able to lay them out individually. It would take a lot of pages in order to do that. But I know what I have. I can just pull it. Don't like that one, stick it back in, and I can just look around it. So, like I said, it works for me. Okay, some of you may not like it because it might look messy, but it's fine. I've used a lot of these butterflies by having it out in this book. And these are a little bit, can't see it. These are a little bit shallow pockets. They make deeper ones, and I'll show you those. And you can buy these separately. So I started doing a notebook. So I'll show you those. So these are, again, the stickers. And yeah, it works. I can see them. I didn't have enough pages, so these are stickers. So what I did was I got a little piece of double back tape, tape the back, and then all I have to do is peel it off. Well, here's one. All I have to do is just peel it off because it's a sticker. Okay, and let me show you a tip on this to get these backings off. There is a lady named Rita Jensen, and I'll try to link her channel. She's very interesting. She's got a lot of good tips and things, but she showed us this, is when you have a sticker and it has the backing like this, and of course it's a shiny backing, if you get a piece of tape and you just put it on the edge, now watch it not work, you can separate it a lot easier. Yeah, I can't seem to get it, but anyway, let me see if I can get it, because it's really kind of interesting, because like I said, we all struggle with getting these backings off, and there you go. Okay, so it just comes off again. So put a piece of tape on the back side of the sticker and then just pull it. Okay, so that was a good little tip. I've done that with all of these flowers. They have a real fine clear backing on them, and sometimes they're hard to see, so I just get a piece of Scotch tape. I'm going to tape this one back on just with Scotch tape because the double-sided is still on there. And so it just comes right off. These stickers are a little bit different because they have the white backgrounds on them, but it's the same principle you could use if you're having a hard time getting them off. So let's see, that's this. Got these flowers off of Amazon. Okay, just stuck them in. Oops, got a glare on it. And it works. I know I have them. I've used quite a bit because I remember I have them. I've made tags with them, and those are in those plastic boxes I just showed you, the tags. And I really don't like the shine, but I'm getting used to it. And if you look on YouTube, you'll see a lot of people are using those. And when they art journal, a lot of people are using them. So these were off Amazon too. These are great. These are just little little squares, little sayings, flowers, and so forth. I try to put light colors together, but for me, that's not critical. Okay, so here's some more. This is an empty page, so I could fill it with something. Here's some more flowers. More flowers. Here's one, that couple that fell off. Usually you'll get two to a package of the same thing. So, because they're shallow, sometimes I'll just stick them in upside down. So, more flowers. Again, because it's a shallow pocket, then all I do is I just stick it in upside down. These are these stickers. I got them off Amazon. They have the white backing. So, of course, it works better with a white paper backing on it. Here's another one that at the time I didn't have enough space. So I just went ahead and I used double-sided tape and I stuck it on this paper, which is like wax paper. And it just Comes right off. If I leave the backing, that's okay on there. And then tulips, and that's that. So that's this book. Like I said, it works for me. This is about all the stickers I have. I don't want really any more. I need to use up what I have. If anything, this is almost too much. So that's this book. Then I have this book. It's the same type of book for stamps. And this is for my stamps. They're all used, vintage, from all around the world. And I've tried to categorize them into miscellaneous, USA, just kind of unusual. I left the paper on some of them because I kind of like the cancellation on it. And then I went by color. So it's not necessarily by country or anything. I try to go by color. So can you tell I've had a lot of time on my hands? I have. I've had a lot of time. So much has happened, but yeah, I found time to just sit there and put these in, and I enjoyed it. I found it very relaxing. Flowers, love, just miscellaneous, unusual birds. Here's some more USA stamps, kind of just miscellaneous. Christmas. And then I have some blank pages. And these are actually stamps out of a book. They're not real stamps, but they look pretty good. And I went ahead and got my scissors and cut around them. So that's good. Okay, that's that. And I'm going to show you a couple other things. These are what you can get from Amazon for banknotes and stamps. They come in all these sizes and the variety. I have several of these. I like the big long ones because they can hold a lot. And I think I have some I'll show you. But it's really cool. So this is off Amazon. Okay. Now this notebook, I don't really care for it, but it's very functional. I'm more about function rather than design, looks, or anything else. It's a big notebook with a big gusset, okay? I can put more in it. It's a 3-inch ring binder. And I use this strap. You can carry it with the strap, but I put it to the top so it stays upright, because it has all the pockets in it, okay? And if it turns any other way, I'm just afraid it's all going to dump over. I don't know if it will, but I don't want to take a chance. I put a lot of work into this. So this unzips. It has this big old gusset here, okay? I'm sorry it's so close. And then this is what it looks like on the inside, okay? Again, 3-inch, has a pocket, and these are banknotes. And I'm sorry for the glare. These are the banknote pockets. And basically, I've just dumped, example, the Tim Holtz ephemera in it. I faced it this way, of course, so I wouldn't be reaching behind to get to the pocket. This way, the pocket's just right here, and I can just go right into it. So I just kind of sift around in it. I can even put a handful in a box, and then put it right back. But again, my whole point for me is I remember that I have it and I need to use it, okay? So this page, you see the back side, but you flip it over and then you see the right side where you can get into it, okay? So that's the whole idea with these. They're deeper pockets. Again, they're for banknotes, okay? So, I think almost all my Tim Holtz is in here. Again, I've got a little bit in a box, 4x6 plastic photo box. Once this depletes, I just go back to the box and fill it. Like I've used a lot of these, the dials. I don't think I have very many left in the box, but I'll go back to it and I'll just dump everything I have in the box in here. Then I use it up. I've got a lot of the word cards, laid those out. Again, my whole thing is use what's in this notebook. Don't go digging and spending the time. So just use what you have and go with it. Okay, so that's this notebook. And I know some people are going to laugh at me, but I just bought this. I love the black and white, and I have an idea. So I used it all. I used it, every bit of it up. So these are a little bit taller, a little bit taller pockets, not like the stamp ones. The stamp ones, because stamps are so little, they have not so tall pockets, but these are a little bit taller. Okay, that's what the pocket looks like, is that size. Okay, so they work. So see, I have it on this side where I can put stuff in it. So that's the pocket. Again, I have a lot of Tim Holtz, so I'd like to start using it instead of hoarding it. So I've got dictionary words. That's not Tim Holtz, but I've got little things that I've had, and again, they were scattered. I put them in different places. I made these envelopes. These are digitals. So I just put everything in here. These are tins. I found these, and I need to use them. So they go in here. Here's just some ephemera. And some cards, beautiful, beautiful cards and papers. I've got Tim Holtz Botanicals. I must have had 2 boxes I must have had in the very beginning, because I've been collecting Tim Holtz for quite a long time. Several packages, and I've just about used them up. There's very little in the box, and this is, I just refilled it. So that's the page of Botanicals. Butterflies, the same thing. I had a lot of them. Haven't used these yet, but now they're out, and I will use them. These are the photographs. Playing cards, I did a sampling of each, and I just pulled a handful out and put them in here, but I like the backings, so I make sure that I can see the backings on these. These are the 3 backings I have, and then that's what these are. Okay. His photo booth. Here's more of his ephemera. Tags. Vellum, lots of vellum. Down the road, I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm actually using the little coin cards, and I'll show you what you can do with these, because they're kind of cool. Let me just look. Yeah, they're kind of cool. Okay, so that's this. I had 1 million paper dolls, 1 million. So I've used a lot of them. You can see some empty spaces. Again, it reminds me to use them. And these are the portraits on this side. Look at all the paper dolls I have. I have the minis. I try and group them if I can. Then I have these stencil cards. And then I have more paper dolls. So that's what these are. And again, see, they can come out. I'm okay with it. I should get a deeper pocket, but I'm okay with this. It's not a big deal to me. I mean, I know what's here. It falls out, so I just fix it. So that is this. Then let me just show you a couple other things. And again, I'm using 3-inch binders, and I'm getting them off Amazon. So that's that book. This book, I put a belt on because it's so slippery, and if I drop it, nothing's going to happen, but I don't want to drop it. So I thought of using one of my old belts when I used to work. So this is another 3-inch binder. This time I got these pockets. Now these pockets I got off Amazon, but I think I'm going to either switch, or when these run out, I bought these Velcro ones. Okay. The Velcro ones are a little bit better because they're flat. I know this has a little button, but then you start getting a little bit of bulk. So I bought these. They go in a 3-ring binder. Again, visibility for me is the key. I've got so much, and I know some of you have much more than I do. But again, I need to use my stuff. So I dump it in here. I sift through it. I can grab a handful. And again, I see what I have. That's what I need. Since I have an 8-foot counter, I have all these lined up on my counter towards the other end from where I work. And I need to label the notebooks, and then I just pull what I need. Here's journaling cards. I have a small box of excess, so I just refill this, but I just use what I have in here. I don't pull from the box. I don't go looking around for anything. These are Stamparia's rub-offs. So I love them, so I put them in here. I've used them on tags and things. I have napkins in here to remind me to use napkins. If I'm looking for something, I don't know what I'm really looking for, just having it in here really, really helps. I think these were starts of paper clips. So this is something that I can just quickly decorate, and I'm ready to go with it, okay? So that's this notebook. I have just two more I want to show you. This is huge. I love Christmas and Halloween. It's a 3-inch again. So what I did was all Halloween. I have much more Halloween, but again, when I get to Halloween, I'm going to go through here and use it. Use it up. Don't hoard it. Don't go anywhere else looking for anything. It mostly all should be in here. I've got triplicates and quadruples of things. So, like I said, just about everything I have is in here. There's a few things it's not, but I have that organized. Okay. So again, this is all Halloween because I love Halloween. I'm not going to do it for Christmas, only for the fact that I have 2 upper cabinets of Christmas. 2. And it is full. There's no way I'm going to be able to get it into a notebook like this. So Christmas stays in the cabinet and in the storage bins that I have. Okay, but this is all Halloween. And again, it just reminds me I have it to use it. It'll remind me I have a lot of die cuts for Halloween. Need to use the die cuts, mica, just everything. Okay. And a lot of it is Tim Holtz. Some of it are they're digitals. I've got paper, excuse me, of his frames. I put them on with double-sided tape. It doesn't matter that the tape tears the back. I just be careful when I take it off, but it's not much tape holding it. So this is just really 1 10-pound cardstock that I used. And I just laid the frames out, again, to remind me, okay? So here's the little baseboard things. Here's a little house. I've used it on a journal before. I've got several of these left. Got all of his words down. Again, this is just 1 10-pound cardstock. I got it at Joann's. So yeah, again, some of you know me. For General Tim Holtz, I probably almost could open a small store. Very small. I have one more notebook I want to share. It's not filled, but I'm running into things and I do need to fill this one. But I actually have a plastic bin on my counter for vintage letters and vintage things. These are smaller things, but I've got a lot of vintage stuff that I need to use. Here's the Audubon cards that I made those hidden paper clips with. I have a bunch of those. Okay. Here's just other little pieces of ephemera that I found at the antique store. Okay. I've got books of tickets and things, Disneyland and Knott's Berry Farm and so forth. I've got more teak cards, vintage one, tobacco cards that I need to put in here. So that's where this all goes. And these are just old postcards. So I put those in to remember to use them. So I have all this space to use. And I can also stick in these clear envelopes. So the notebook for me is pretty versatile. So that's just a few things. And what I've done also is I've got other bins on my counter. And one of them is 2 to 3 pieces of everything to make something. If I either run out or I just need a scrap or something, I just grab this other bin and I pull blank envelopes or tickets or something to quickly make or whatever. These are writing boards. I really should do some more of these. I like these because it really helps when you journal and to put it in a journal. And that's about it. I have all my metal in one clear set of drawers. I've got another plastic drawer on my other counter. It's almost as long, maybe not quite 8 feet, filled with different things. So I'm trying to get better organized. It's just that sometimes we have just one-offs, so it's a little bit more difficult, I think. But yeah, so that's my room. I'm not going to show you my room because right now it's a mess and I'm still trying to organize it. But I wanted to share these with you to see if maybe it could help you get organized or give you some ideas, or maybe you'd like to do it or try it. But it works for me. So that's the main point, is it works for me, and I have the counter space, the workspace to put them on. So it's, like I said, a pretty long counter. I'd even have more room if I took that miniature chest of drawers off my counter, but I'm going to leave that on there. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate you watching, and I hope I gave you some ideas. Maybe something can click, and you might want to either try it or it might work for you. But right now, like I said, it works for me, and I love the clear. I can see everything. So I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.